Yes, we are
And
good.
start
And put the
recording.
recording, please. Thank you very much. Hi everyone, Assalamu alaikum. Today we are at Century 21 OREA head office together with my realtor colleagues, also broker of records and some another realtor, which later on we can talk. This is the trainings we are doing right now. This is mostly the way of training, right?
Yeah.
So we are just doing a recording also, so people they can see how it's working. First of all, I have to say thank you very much. Today you are here in the front of the camera also with us, Mr. Roden, right?
Rudin.
Yeah, Mr. Rudin. Thank you very much. You are here. Anything you want to say? Something in the starting?
I'm a new agent and here to learn. And Tegh's been so far a great mentor.
Thank you very much. And we will talk more. I will show in this Facebook also. So Mr. Roden is also realtor. He's my colleague. Hi, Roden.
Hey.
So इससे पहले कि हम लोग start करें more about the training, and mostly it will be enhanced training in our office. So mostly it will shows Tegh, me, and Mr. Roden, and that's it. And let's start, Mr. Tegh. Sorry.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the show again. A little bit different setup today, but let's get started with this training. So again, if there's any agents out there that are watching us today and they have any questions or they're having any issues with their support systems in their brokerage, feel free to give us a call, give Ali a call. We'll be happy to help you. So today we're going to go over the buying side, taking you through all of the paperwork, how we get that done, sign backs, all of that. So let's pretend, if we want to take a look at the board here, that this is our listing. So this is an active listing on the market, 0 days on the market. It's available as of today. Just a couple of things to take a look at here. This is the list price. Again, to our viewers, maybe you were watching our live stream or actually on Thursday. We were specifically talking about pricing the property where there's an offer day. So this is a detached property in Vaughan, listed at $1 million. But this one being 3+1, 4 bath with a finished basement, usually you're not going to find a detached at this price available in Vaughan. So this property is one with an offer day. It's scheduled for November 25th. So any buyers out there, if you're ever wondering what we're talking about offer days, or sellers, if you're wondering what an offer day is, this is how we conduct an offer day. So there's a time set sometime in the future. Today is the 15th, so 10 days from now on November 25th, that's when they're going to schedule the offer day, and they want people to provide their offers on that specific date. So a couple of things to take a look at here would be this offer day. When you're providing an offer, you'd want to make a competitive offer. As an agent, when we're giving these offers, we take a look at comparables. So here you can see all the recent solds, all within this year, 2025, except for this one. But again, this is a townhouse. So a townhouse is being sold at 1.1. So clearly, this one being listed at $1 million, you're not going to get this at that list price. Or the seller's not willing to let it go at that price. So this property, again, if it's me as your buying agent, I would be advising you that the average price here is around 1.3, 1.2. Maybe if you're lucky, you may get it a little bit less than 1.2, but that's dependent on what the seller is willing to let it go for. But anyhow, let's go over the actual making of the offer. So when we're on the MLS listing, we're just going to click this and make an offer with Sky Slope offers. There's the other option, Sky Slope, that you were looking at, but we want the information to go into it by itself. I just have to sign in here. Again, if there's any questions that any of the viewers have during the broadcast, feel free to let me know.
Sky Loop, it's that where you have that offer and all the forms are there, right?
This is where we upload our forms or write up our documentation.
Right, yes.
So that property that we were looking at, it's right here, same property, 44 Hawkview.
Yes.
In Skyslope, it's auto-populated here. So yes, there is the option of uploading a signed offer.
Yeah.
That's if you physically signed it. Then you can upload it here. But we haven't done that part yet, so we want to write everything new.
Right.
So we're gonna click write a new offer and
Yes.
click begin.
Begin.
And that's when you start putting in your information, okay? So for example, I'll put, obviously we're representing the buyers, I'll put Ali's name here as the buyer. I'm just gonna put my email here for now. So Ali is the buyer, you would put their name. Now if you have two buyers, for example, you would click additional contact and do the exact same thing. Okay, as many buyers as you have. Sometimes you have 3, 4, however many, it depends.
But average is 2. right?
Average is 2, yeah,
Average
like
is
husband, wife.
husband, wife.
Yes.
Or couple.
Yeah. So in this case, just to make things easy, I'm just going to put the 1 for now. The property is already populated here. I didn't have to type this in. Now there is the option of going into Skyslope directly without going on the MLS. Then you would have to start typing in that information. Okay. This is how the property is gonna, this is your file name. So when I was telling you upload it in your envelope name would have been this, like the property address. It auto-populates it. If you want to change it, you can change it, but I just keep it by address. It's a lot easier that way, okay? All your documentation that you need is already here. You just have to select which one. So obviously we're doing a residential buyer, so we would select this, but if in anyhow you're doing any other type of transaction, then you can select any of these accordingly. Okay, all 10 forms are in here that you need. You don't have to click 10, 10, 10. It's already in there.
It's a very easy one.
Yeah.
It's a very easy one. When you click, it's all the forms are there.
Yeah.
All the forms are there, yes.
So we'll just click create. Now your envelope is created, 44 Hawkview Boulevard. And now you just have to select your specific document. So if you haven't done your RECO information guide, it's here, your RECO information and your buyer rep. So you have that option because it's involved in the buying side. But if you have already done that, which in this case you've already done with your clients, you just need to do the offers. Okay, so that would be form 801, 100, and 320. Okay, mics are good?
Yeah. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
So these are your 3. Now if you have a Schedule B, you'd have to check that on your MLS. So if we just quickly go back to the MLS, you'll see here under the pictures it says attachments. In this case there is a schedule, which is a Schedule B. Let it load, here we go, Schedule B. So this brokerage has a Schedule B. Some brokerages don't have a Schedule B, some do. Like our brokerage has it, but that's for our listings. You're not gonna use our Schedule B for another brokerage's listing. So in the case that they don't have a Schedule B, that's fine, but the Schedule B just stipulates what's happening with the deposit. So let's say you have, God forbid that deal dies, you have to do a mutual release. It's going to explain how is the money going to be released, is there any interest on the, is it an interest bearing account, are they going to get a T4 at the end of the year from the brokerage, all of that stuff. All of that is written in the Schedule B, if a client were to ever ask you. But in anyhow, we're going to have 801, 100, 320. And because we have a Schedule B, we have to upload that. Okay, so I'm going to save it. I've downloaded it here. And what I'll do is I'm going to click Upload Documents and just drag and drop. And done. So that has been added here. I'm just going to also highlight that so that when I need to prepare the offer, it's also going to show up in the envelope. So I have my 4 documents, 801, 100, 320, as well as Schedule B, which is dependent on the brokerage. Okay. From here, we're going to do fill and send. This is where you fill out the information about the offer. So let's say today's the offer day, 15th of November. I'll auto-populate that. I'm obviously the sales representative here and Ali is the buyer. Okay. If ever you make a mistake later on, let's say you don't add the second buyer, you can, it'll auto-populate here. So when I click the name, you can again add it here if you need to ever afterwards. Once you click the name here, like this. if you need to. Okay.
Yeah.
So Ali is the buyer. His signature goes here with the date. Here's his signature, here's the date. And we're obviously going to submit it by email. So I'm just going to type that out. But you have the three options: by fax, by email, or in person. And we're going to submit it, let's say right now is 1:30. You have to make a judgment here. How long is it going to take to sign? How long is it going to take you to prepare the offer? So if you're very quick at preparing and your clients are quick at signing, you maybe just say we're going to submit it by 2:30. But sometimes the clients, they take a bit longer, so you're going to need 2-3 hours. So let's say we'll submit it by 4 p.m. today. Okay? And today's date. Now, irrevocable, let's say we keep it 24 hours, but you can make it whatever you want. So we're just going to change the time here to 16th. Okay. Now, when you're doing a sign back, that's when you have to fill out this section here. But right now we're submitting the offer initially, so we don't need to fill this out. Okay. Again, this part you leave it blank. This is all for the listing brokerage. Okay. I just gotta update this here. So here's our APS, where our offer date is today. We're giving the offer today. Seller's information is already there. Now, the only thing that it's not going to populate is going to be the fronting on, the frontage and depth, as well as legal description. But you can get this from the listing. So for example, fronting on, we just go to the listing here. In this case, it is fronting on north side.
Yeah.
Okay. So all I'll need to do is type here north, and it's obviously fronting on that street in the city of Vaughan, which is auto-populated. Now, frontage and depth is what you'll have to fill out yourself. Again, not a big deal to fill out. It's 30.02 and 86.62. That's your depth. So this is your depth and 30.02, and you'll select feet here as your measurement. Legal description, again, you can find it here. Legal description within the MLS listing. Control C. And if you again want to verify it, you can just go on Geo Warehouse. And you'll get the exact legal description. So I'll copy and paste it from Geo Warehouse here once it loads. So here's your property. And again, you can make a judgment call. So they bought it during the peak market for 1.245. Okay, so when they listed at 1 million, clearly they're not ready to let it go at that price. Okay, so your legal description is here. Here's the entire legal description. So you're just going to copy this and paste it here. There's the legal description. Okay, there you go. Now, purchase price, obviously depending on what your client is comfortable offering, as well as what isn't going to affect the appraisal value, you'll have to check that as well. So again, we do that by checking the comparables. Like if your client was ready to give, let's say 1.5, clearly this house is not worth 1.5, right? So you want to advise them accordingly that they don't give more than the appraisal value. So just as an example, let's say I put 1.2 as the purchase price, it'll auto-populate here in words. So if ever you're handwriting it, you have to be aware of that as well, that you'll have to write the numbers here and the words here. Okay. Deposit, in this case, we will do upon acceptance. Now, what would be the average deposit for this? What's the rule of thumb for deposit?
5%?
Usually, yeah, we say 5%. So if it's at 1.2, we're looking at what? 70?
Yeah.
70, 75, but that's fairly hefty deposit.
Hefty
We don't
deposit.
really want to give that much upfront. So I would suggest maybe we put, let's say 40, just at the beginning. And it, again, same as you write the number here, it'll be written in words here. Okay. Now, the deposit has to be provided to the listing brokerage, which in this case is this Remax Imperial, I'm just going to copy and paste it. I'm not going to type it out just because I don't want anything to be written wrong. You just type it out here. Okay? So that's your deposit holder. Now Schedule A is written here in text as same as the APS because the Schedule A makes a part of the APS whether you fill it in or not. Okay? That's something you have to be aware of as an agent. Now in this case, there is a Schedule B. In those cases that there's no Schedule B, you'll leave this blank.
Yeah.
Okay. Your irrevocability is by the buyer, same as what you put on your Form 801. It is irrevocable. We wrote 4 p.m. for tomorrow's date. Okay.
Yes.
And completion date, again, you just have to keep in mind it has to be on a business day. So no holiday, no weekend. So again, I'll just make it sometime in January, let's say January 15th. Now, you may have noticed I put it on a Thursday.
Thursday is good.
Why did I put it on a Thursday?
Because if anything goes wrong, that we have another one day to fill it up.
Yeah.
That, you know,
I
fulfill
don't
the
suggest putting it on a Monday or a Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, Monday is because it's right after the weekend.
Yes.
So people are getting back into it. It could be a pileup of files from Friday that they have to complete on Monday. So we avoid Monday.
Yeah.
I also don't do Friday because if something goes wrong on closing day and it is on a Friday, let's say they can't close on a Friday, they don't receive the funds in time,
Yeah.
then that's going to trickle over to the Monday. So most likely the pending penalty
Yes.
is going to be not only for Friday, but Saturday, Sunday, then plus Monday.
Yes.
So an additional 3 days for nothing. So try and keep your closings Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yes.
Just in case you have to fix something, you have time to fix it.
Yes.
Okay, so in this case I put January 15th. Notices, you're going to put the brokerage fax number here. Your agent email address will go here. This
Yeah.
is the seller's email address will go on this side, the agent.
The seller agent.
Seller agent, yeah.
Yes.
And seller brokerage.
Yes.
You don't have to fill it out, you can let them fill it out. It's not a big deal. Now here is the pre-populated chattels included. Okay.
It picks up
From the listing.
listing?
So again, so if we just look at the listing, here's the inclusions. Now some listings may not have, it may just say, fridge and stove.
Yeah.
But it's not including many of the other things that are chattels that need to be included. So if you want to be safe, I always suggest we have a long list of items that we write in the chattels included.
Yes.
Okay, but do double check it, that whatever is the chattels included here are coinciding with in real life, that is what needs to be included.
Yes.
Okay. Some examples could be, for example, the mirrors, washroom mirrors. So I have had cases where they close, but they've taken the mirrors. So you want to avoid these small things that your client moves in and then they don't have these simple things. So write it out just so that if they do take it, you can sue them for it.
In real life, people, they do.
They do take
They
it.
do. They do take the mirrors.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
The mirrors.
Mirrors, even the fence lighting also,
Yeah.
fixed one also, they can take it out.
Yeah.
Even the curtain,
The rod.
rods, also they take.
Yeah.
So then they come to you because you forgot to write.
Yeah. Like in this case, it says window coverings.
Yes.
So that's just, technically speaking, that's just the curtain, not the rod itself.
Yeah.
Right? So they can leave the curtain there on the floor and say, yeah, well, we gave you the covering, but now your rod is gone.
No,
Right?
there is a, I'm telling you, in the real world, there is realtors are there that the people, they are tricky.
Yeah.
They are tricky.
Yeah.
Especially the clients are tricky, and realtor, they want to save their self.
Yeah.
And they are also tricky. They will come up, they will say you, because you said cover, so cover is there,
Yeah.
the curtain is there, the rod is not there.
Yeah.
Then as a realtor, you are stuck to provide that one because you forgot and you don't want to make clients unhappy.
Yeah.
So from your pocket, it will go.
Yeah. So just keep an eye out for this in chattels included. If you want the brokerage standard one,
We
you can
have
just
that, yeah.
let her know and then she can give you the long list. It even goes down to don't touch the floor. Don't rip up the floor. Because
Yes.
we've had those that it has happened. So we want to be as clear as possible. The more clear you can be, the better. Okay.
Like as we have a realtors in our company, and they're working from maybe 7 years, and we never faced that. And I'm the one also, I have like, recently I have the clients also, which they give me a hard time, like, curtains and mirrors.
Yeah.
And it's happened. Maybe it will not happen to you ever, or maybe the first deal you will go, Tegh, what's happened? What's happened?
Yeah.
So as a realtor, we have to.
Yeah. Just better to be safe than sorry.
We have a company already list is there. Right?
Yeah.
So
Our brokerage has all of this
from our
for
sides.
you. You can just copy and paste it. Fixtures excluded. Now in this case, the listing doesn't have anything in there, but if there is something, just type it out. Sometimes they have a freezer in the basement or garage that they don't want to include, so that could be something that they type out here. So just be as thorough as possible.
So as you said, basement, there is a freezer is there. So we don't have to assume that it's in.
Never assume.
Okay.
Never assume that something is included or excluded.
Okay.
Be as thorough as possible, because it will bite you in the end. I've had that experience where, like, there was an AC. Believe it or not, I made a mistake one time. So one time, my clients, they were listing their property, and it was a brand new property. So usually builder properties don't come with AC.
Yes.
So that property, we sold it luckily, and I thought there was an AC because any house has an AC. You're telling me you're living there for 2-3 years and you're in the boiling heat all the time. But the deal closed, buyer came back and said, in the agreement we wrote that there is an AC, you told us there is an AC, but there was no AC. So I physically went there, I checked the outside, there was no AC. There's actually no AC. So then I had to pay out of pocket to get that sorted out. So never assume, never ever.
Mistake.
Even if your client says that, oh yeah, it's there, like you should physically go check it, that yes, it is there. Sometimes, like, for example, when it comes to, I changed the roof as an example. How can you guarantee that your client knows what they're talking about? They don't have the expertise, right? Or they could be carrying the information from when they bought the property, right? That, oh yeah, the seller told me they changed it. But if you don't physically see with your own eyes, you have to see it to believe it, that it is there or it's not there, okay? Rental items, in this case, just to make things a little bit easier, whether they specify it or not, again, not to assume, I always write this, hot water tank, in brackets, if rental. So if it is good, if it's not, I specified that it's not. Now sometimes they'll have furnace rental with the AC and hot water tank. You'll have to lump sum, just write it out, but 99% of the time your hot water tank is rental. So
99%.
If it is,
why it is the rental tank is there when there's if you buy once and it's cheaper?
so the rental one is when they build the homes, the builder signs that contract with Enercare or Reliance or whoever the provider is.
Okay.
Just so that it's not an upfront cost to the builder, number one, and two, anyways, if builder has to pay for it, they're gonna pass that cost on to the buyer, right? So just to keep the property price lower, they just keep it as rental. And in the long run, for most homeowners, maybe for me and you, it doesn't matter because we have a construction company to take care of it. But for most homeowners, they don't want to deal with there's a leakage, for example, and then they have to go take it out of pocket to go buy a new hot water tank, or maybe it's midnight. You may not have an HVAC technician to come. So Enercare, Reliance, whatever, they come 24/7.
Yes.
So that's why you pay that small monthly for the sake of they come at any time to fix it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But once the agreement is finished, we are okay to buy or own.
You can buy your own, or you can continue to renew it. So at the end of the life of the hot water tank, that rental company, Reliance or whatever, they'll ask you, do you want to continue with us, or do you want to replace it with a new one? They replace it free of charge. But then accordingly, when the newer one comes, usually it goes up in price because it's a newer model, but it's more efficient. So where you spend more on monthly, you're saving in energy, vice versa, right? But if you do choose to buy your own unit, then you just have to know the risks, right? That if you own it now and it goes bad, it can go bad the very next day, and you again have to buy a new one.
And plus the guy has to come.
Yeah,
the working
you'll have
hours.
to pay them per hour.
Because if you buy, because there is, recently my client, he called, he says, why I'm paying $30, $32, $38, when I can buy a $1,200 one.
One shot, yeah.
Yeah, so.
It's just you're getting peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
When you rent it, at any time it can go bad.
Okay.
right? And
Because we use all year long, right?
yeah, every day you're using multiple
day.
times in the day.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But
that's a life system
in
of the
a
house.
summer also we use because it's
summer?
always a cold water in Canada.
You have to make a judgment call. Yeah, maybe if your neighbor is an HVAC technician, maybe just buy it out. But if you don't know anyone, then yeah, it's better to. And usually these things, the way it happens is that it happens like at night, it breaks down. So you want that peace of mind.
Sure.
That's what we suggest. Okay. Now for HST, always residential included in. Okay, I don't want to confuse anyone when it comes to commercial,
yes.
but in residential, it's always included in. Okay. Title search date is going to be 14 days prior to your closing date. So your closing is here 15th, so we would probably end up on the 1st, but that's New Year. So you'll have to take that into account as well. And again, now the really bad part about the closing day I chose is that it's during the holidays.
This is
like,
a very bad
we need to take that into account. So I would say that probably keep your title search date either like 29th or 30th, even sometimes 30th lawyers could be closed, but
yes.
29th. But
Christmas
you
holidays.
should check with the lawyer beforehand. That this is our closing date. Will you be open to do the title search at this time? Okay. Now in this case, now Rudin, you had this situation when they were saying it was a triplex, but they didn't have any documentation to prove it. But either way, we always say it's a single family residential. Even when it's a legal basement, we still call it single family residential. The only time we call it a multi-family is if it's zoned as that, like commercial. The paper has to be with the zoning with the city that it is zoned as commercial multi-family. If it's still as a single family through the city, and they say it's duplex, triplex, even though they have a basement apartment, it does not mean that it's a duplex. It's just they're saying that as a fancy word for the sake of selling the house. Okay.
Single family also I can count as like a single person owner. Single mean couple or single. Like there is duplex mean there is another people they can share.
It's more for the single units. But it
yes.
has to be zoned that way with the city. City has to accept it that way.
As a unit.
Yeah.
They can buy
because
separate,
when you have
sale
duplex,
separate.
triplex, then there's different codes that you have to follow, the building code and all of that. Then you get it zoned as that commercial. Then your taxes is different.
Then maintenance
is different.
Who can repair
Your taxes is different. Everything is different, right?
Yeah.
So the buyer would sign here, seller would sign here. Your confirmation of acceptance here. This is auto-populated. The information on brokerage is auto-populated. You don't need to type this out. Okay. Here's your Schedule A. Because you selected it from the template, it's auto-populated for you. So you don't have to type any of this out. You can change it as you need. Like for example, here we've put in 7 business days for the conditions. Okay. You can change this. Like let's say the normal we can put is 5. So again, I'll type it out here 5. Here's 5.
But as a buyer side, we need 7.
You have every option.
Like
I'm just saying whatever the typical case.
Typical, yes.
Yeah. All these clauses are in here. Okay,
Yes.
now let me go over a couple of clauses because when you present this to the seller side, they may question you.
Yes.
Because this is our brokerage standard clauses.
Yeah.
The other brokerage may not even use these.
Yes.
Okay. Now, because you have the inspection condition here, we also write again to be thorough that the inspector can take pictures of the appliances and all of that, the information of the appliances,
Shuttles
the
and
number,
everything,
model number and everything.
Yeah.
Seller is going to leave the property in a broom swept condition. So if ever on the day of closing there's garbage on the floor or any big mess there, your client's lawyer can go back to them and say, well, we specified that you have to leave it clean. Okay?
But you're already in, you got the key and everything. But the lawyer then has to go back.
They go back. Yeah, that's a lawyer. They have to take care of it.
Okay.
Okay. In this case, we have the survey. If you have it, fine. If not, because we want to ask for as much documentation from the other party for the betterment of your client. Now, some sellers may cross this out because, oh, no, we don't have the survey. But you have to read the clause the way that I've written it. It says that if it's available. Same how I wrote the hot water tank, if it's rental.
Yeah.
So if it's not, fine. If you don't have it, that's totally fine, right? I just want to be clear as the agent.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm writing here that it's not been stigmatized by death, suicide, any
Yeah.
fire, anything like that.
Yeah.
I want you to warranty this claim as
Yeah.
the seller. Again, this is to protect our client.
But the lawyer also will do that kind of search,
Yeah,
right?
they will check it during the title search as well. But in the case, like for example, like the reason we say this death thing, there could be that someone passed away, but that information was withheld at some point in the life of that house.
Yeah.
And then, you know, some people, they say, oh, I hear spirits or whatever. It could be that during when they move in, they find that
okay,
out,
that
right?
time, yeah.
But because you've protected your client here and you do the test and you have written confirmation that somehow if people believe that there's spirits,
Yes.
then you can go after the seller. Because you said we warned that there was no death in
No
here, but
death
there
happened.
we figured out that there was, right? You can view the property 2 more times if you want to edit it to 3, 4, whatever you want. It's up to you.
But average is 2.
Average is 2. Now this clause here, adding and removing names, is not a standard clause.
I know.
But I have specifically put it for the betterment of our agents
Yes.
because of the mortgage. So sometimes right at the end you need to remove a name or you need to add a name to the mortgage. The seller, we're saying that when we have this issue, you need to cooperate with us. You're going to allow us to do that. Now they may allow you to add names, but they may cross out this removing names because they still want the liability on whoever's on the offer. Just so you know as an agent why they're doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the illegal substance. It wasn't used for marijuana or anything like that. This is the large value transfer system standard clause here. Appraisal clause. Okay. This doesn't mean that the price will be changed if the appraisal comes lower. You need to be aware of that. This is just so that the seller cooperates with us to get the appraisal into the property for our mortgage purpose.
If there is appraiser is down or something is wrong.
You can write that clause in here.
Okay.
But very rarely will the seller accept that clause.
Yeah. So then deal has to die, that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
This is saying that the AC and the furnace is not under any liens.
Yeah.
In the case that it's rental, obviously, then there is a lien. Then you'd have to remove this clause. So it's dependent on
But it's
case by case.
If you're a listing guy, then you have to remove. As a buyer side, we don't know, right? We
You can ask them.
ask them.
But if it is on lease, then obviously you would remove this.
Okay.
Okay. This is just protecting you as the broker, right? That none of the retrofit status or the zoning, it's not my job to confirm that because I don't have that system. That's
Okay.
the lawyer's job.
Lawyer jobs, yeah.
Okay. And technically even the client themselves has to do it. Okay, that they're satisfied. Again, permitted for single family residential. This is stating that we are advising you as the client to go seek independent legal advice. Speak
Yes.
to a lawyer.
Lawyer.
We are not a lawyer. We are only experts in real estate, not law.
Law.
Okay. Although we deal with law, we know what it is, but in the end, we don't have the credentials.
Still, you need a second advice
Yeah.
you can take.
We are always advising you to get a second
advice,
opinion.
second opinions. Yeah.
Okay. Chattels, fixtures, everything is free from liens and everything, just so that the client doesn't have to deal with any company coming after them after the closing. Okay. Again, appraisal clause, drapery, tracks, all of that has to be left there. This is talking about e-signature, that everyone consents to e-signature. This is again for the agent side, that buyer hasn't signed with any other agent, you're acknowledging and warranting that. The CVA, the comparables, that's how we check the value. And there's no one, you're not signed with anyone else for the co-op side.
Okay.
Okay. Confirmation of acceptance. In this case, because the brokerage on the listing side and buying side are different,
Okay.
we're going to select this.
Neither seller, broker. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
We're going to leave 2 blank because this is not multiple representation.
Yes.
And we're going to select here, co-op here, here. And in this case, the
2.5.
commission here is 2.5 plus HST.
Yes.
There's 2. right here. Oh, here we go. This 2 and 2.5% plus HST. Now, in the case that it's a different commission from on MLS, you're going to type it out here, not here.
Okay.
Because if you wrote, let's say, for example, 3%,
Yeah.
but on MLS it showed 2.5,
Okay.
then it's automatically going to revert back to 2.5.
Okay.
Okay, so be aware of that.
Yeah.
This is auto-populated, you don't need to fill this out, and Schedule B is here. Okay, so your offer is done, it's complete. Now all you need to do is send it for signing. So we're going to click Prepare Signature. Here's all the people that need to sign, my buyer and me. Okay. You don't need the seller or the seller agent to sign, so it's just saying that they exist in this transaction. Okay, you're going to click Next. And again, it's going to auto-populate for you. You don't need to drag and drop here. The only time you need to drag and drop is when you upload a document. Okay?
Like the B.
Schedule B is not going to be auto-populated in
So
here.
we need to make sure
You're going to
that
need to do it.
always we have to make sure that.
But double check it. So let's say you have like 3-4 buyers. This system is only going to auto-populate for 2. You have to add it for the 3rd and 4th because there's no line for the 3rd and 4th. So you'll have to add that in there. But in the case you do need to add, you have your signature and initials and date here.
Sure.
Okay. So here it auto-populates initials on this page here.
Initial of all the buyers, right?
Yeah. And again, like if you have 4 buyers, it's only going to show 2.
Okay. So
The
we
first
have
2.
to.
So you'll have to add the 3rd and 4th along
fourth,
here.
yes.
I guess how do you do that?
So you'll click this initials and then just tap
Just
it.
add this
So
one.
then whoever the 3rd or 4th buyer is, you just click it here.
Click,
That's it.
and make sure everyone is there.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then that will be linked to the email?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already linked.
Yeah. Initials here, signature here. Signature. This is my signature as the agent here. Schedule A auto-populated here. Okay, now you'll see Schedule B is not.
Yes.
Okay, because
So here
it's
we
not
need-
a standard form. So in
Yes.
this case, we need to add the, not my signature, the client's signature. Oh. Okay, so their signature, or sorry, initial.
Initial.
And then you'll have to type this out here. So you'll go to text field
Then
and just start typing here.
address.
Buyer
Buyer
is
name.
Hussein Ali, and then whatever the seller's name was, I don't remember, just copy and paste it.
Okay.
And then you
Property.
just fill this
Property address.
property
yes.
address and today's date.
Sure.
Okay, and then all you'll do is click send.
Send. And it will goes to the people.
This is
who
how
are-
it's going to look. So when they get the email, it's going to say you have documents to sign from Tegh Saini or Rudin or Hussein.
Yes.
Okay, so send for signatures. Now I'll show you how it looks from their end. So when the client receives the email, they will see it like this. Like this. Tegh Saini, you have documents to sign. Has requested your signature, get started. And I agree, and here's the whole document. Okay, so they'll just click start. In this case, my signature is only here, but the clients would have a signature here, up here,
Up here, yes.
initial, like
Yes.
they'll just have to keep clicking. So in this case, I just have to click here. So my name is auto-populate. I select this signing style,
Yes.
use this signature. I want to initial here, sign here, and you must click finish signing. And that's it. So my side is done. Now I have to wait for a client to sign in Ali's email.
Yes,
as
so-
an example.
So in the client also, like it will, when it's done, it comes to
They
me
will
also
get the
copy
email, yeah.
and copy to as a realtor side
Yeah.
also copy.
Yeah, you will get both. So if I look at my envelope here, it's going to show 50% signed by one of 2.
Two, yeah.
And again, let's say they're not replying or whatever, and you need to resend it. So you'll click remind and
Remind
resend.
and resend. So
Yeah.
it will goes twice.
Yeah. Then again, they'll get the same email like this.
Yeah, which one?
Like
we
this.
saw?
You have
Yes.
documents to sign.
Signs, yes.
So that's how we prepare this signature. Sorry, right here. Now, let's say you want to do a sign back. Okay? it's the same thing in your email. You would have received the email. So let me just, as an example, give the one that you sent me, right? Because you have the sign back here, right here. So I'm just gonna download this, and all I'll do is, same thing. I'm back in my envelope,
Yes.
the same property, and then you're just gonna click forms. Before we were here, signed documents. Here, envelopes, okay?
Same folder.
Same everything. We're just gonna click forms now.
Form now, and then upload.
You're gonna click upload, and
Upload.
just upload your document. Here's your document. Done, and it's here. So here's my form.
Yeah.
Okay. Your previous forms are all here as well, the ones that we initially did.
They get uploaded all in that same envelope.
Same envelope, yeah. So now, let's say I want to now counter them. I'm gonna highlight just this form, the sign back form, and I'm gonna click fill and send. And now I need to start making my edits. Okay, so here's whatever they sent to us. Okay, 1.15 is what they sent. So what we're going to do is we're going to click prepare for signature. Anyways, the buyers, everyone is the same. And now we have to start crossing things out. So here's strike. So strike is the one, this red line. So let me click it here. I want to remove this. Now it shows up in black. That's fine. You can use black, but I usually use red just so you can see it a little bit better. I'm going to click text field, and I'm going to put it where it's easily, you can see it. So whatever, let's say we're giving 1.2 now. So here's my 1.2. Now under this price.
But
Okay.
then we have to change the word also in
Yes.
word.
So as you change the number, you have to do the same thing here
Yeah.
in the word. So again, you're going to click strike. So we're at 1,200,000. So I'm just going to strike this out, make it red, add my text field, and we're going to write 200,000. Okay. And every change that I make, my client has to sign it or initial it.
Automatically
Now this one, it's not going to automatically because the system doesn't know which changes you're doing now, right? So to do that, I've made two changes here. It's just the price. I'm going to do initial,
One here.
one next to this,
Okay.
the letters, and then one next to this, the
Make sure
numbers.
that
and
person
the
has.
system recognizes that those are the emails that needs to go, like it needs
Yeah.
to, when it goes to.
When you send it to them, it's going to send it to Ali's email.
Right.
That the buyers
Because they're the
one.
buyers.
They're the buyers.
So as soon as you add the initial, it knows
Yeah.
that when it goes out, those are the purchases.
Yeah,
that need
it's
to
right
sign
here.
it.
The email.
Right.
If you ever want to edit it, you can edit it here on this side. So I've changed this. Now, you also have to be remembering that you'll have to continuously keep changing the irrevocability. So in this case, it's the buyer. If I was the seller, I would cross this out and then put seller, like in that case, but we're the
For
buyer.
them.
For them.
Right.
So if they sent this to you, this offer, then it would have just had this and we'd cross it off like how we did here and put buyer. And then again, get this initial. So in this case, since I see two crossouts, I should be seeing two sets of signature or initials.
Yes, we see that.
So
on
we
the
see
top.
two sets.
Yes.
Okay. That's how you have to do this every time. Okay. So I've crossed this out, the irrevocability as well as the price. These were the two changes that I made. For example, if I'm not changing anything down here in the Schedule A or anything, then that's it. I just click send.
But if we change over there,
If we change it, for example, let's say I'm crossing this out, this clause here. So I'm gonna, this is an easy clause because it's a small one, but I'll show you also for a big one as well. So I want to cross this out here. And then again, because there's only one buyer, I'm just gonna have one initial here,
yeah,
just as an example.
yeah.
Now this big clause here, just as an example, I need
Yeah.
to cross this out. I'm not gonna make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that many lines.
Yeah, one.
So what I'll do is I'll just make one big cross like this.
That's it.
Either you can leave it like this. I also like to do it like this. Oh,
The two.
I like to do the two, make an X, just so that it's clear. I always emphasize, make it as clear as possible. Oh, why is it doing this? Make it as clear as possible. just so that there's no confusion.
Yes.
And then again, initial
This one, yeah.
for the buyer.
Does
There we
not
go.
matter right or does not matter on the other side of the page.
Let me make left, right, under, wherever it's legible.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you 3 examples of crossing it out. All 3 of these are valid.
Valid, yes.
You can do it. It's no problem.
And sign here or sign on the other side of
Yeah,
the page.
if I want to put it here,
Or-
fine. Here, fine. Not here, because
Okay.
this
Yeah,
is difficult
no,
to
it's-
read,
yes.
or like maybe here, maybe a little bit too tight.
Yeah.
So keep it out in the open
Open area.
so that you can see it. Okay?
Yeah, and it shows like it's that paragraph. So.
Yeah. See, so she did X, but
Yes.
here she did line.
Lines.
Both
so
valid.
Both valid.
You can do that, it's no problem. Again, just for legibility, that's why we do like X. And when it comes to a big clause.
Yeah.
Small clauses, I mean, it's easy, right? Just do
Yeah.
one.
One line, it is kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And again, in this case, we did initials on this side because it's legible.
Yeah.
We avoided doing it here. Okay? And once we're done, so there was a change here. Now we didn't cross anything, or we added a clause. So again, let's say, just to make numbers easy, purchase price, let's say I start typing something out here. Example clause.
Like where you're adding a clause.
Yeah, like I'm just adding something, just as an example. Now it's here in the open. I haven't crossed anything out, but I'm adding something, which means it's a change. So I have to get this initialed as well. Again, here it's the initial of the buyer because I've changed it. So any change, adding, removing, you must get it initialed. Okay, and then same thing, you'll just click send. Now in this case, when I'm going to send this, because I'm the agent, it's going to send an email to me, but I don't have anything to do because it's just changes. I've already signed the first time. So when I click send for signature, and I check my email, I'm just going to get
Nothing. Just so one.
this. So I'll get this. It's just going to say for your viewing. So I agree, 0 of 0.
Yeah. No.
Nothing I need to do. So all I need to do is click finish signing. So once the
in you.
client finishes signing, then you will receive a copy. And that's it. That's how you do your sign back. It's fairly simple. Everything is done for you. Now you just have to make your edits. So you'll create your envelope in SkySlope here. So if we look at my files, you'll see a long list of them. These are all my properties that I've made offers on. So if again you want to access it, you can access it at any time. Here your files are still there, your envelopes that are still there, you can access them. You can, if you want to download it, you can download here. It's up to you. So you have everything available to you at any time. File details is the seller's names, buyer's names, all of it. You want to add someone, remove someone, you have that flexibility in the envelope. Okay? So that's how you do your sign back. So whatever we did in your transaction, exactly is what I did. And if again we look at your file, the one that I made for you, it was the 65 Fairfield, everything is here. The forms are all here, as your sign back is here, everything is there. Okay? Any questions? We're all good?
It's good.
That's how we do sign backs. Anything else you want me to go over?
Only just we have to make sure that in this one I just learn more that air condition.
Yeah.
Gas.
So in this case, to find out if the property has an AC,
Yes.
you'll go on the listing, and in this case, there is a mandatory field there that says AC.
Central AC.
Now
So
this
if
one
they
says
write-
central air.
So if they write AC only?
No, central air is AC.
AC.
Okay?
Okay.
They're saying that there is an AC.
Okay.
If there is no AC, it'll say none, like pool, where it says none.
But it's if they write just a AC.
They don't have that option.
Okay, so
Central air means that there is an AC.
AC is
Other option could be a heat pump, because heat pump also cools.
Okay.
So you may have that. It's still there that you have the system to cool the house. But if it says none, like pool, it says none. It would say none here.
Yeah.
Then it does not have an AC.
And the heat source is gas. So
Yes.
if there is nothing is written, also option
Heat
is-
source, if it's none, that means that there is no heat in that house, which is very rare.
or electric.
It could be electric, it could be propane, it could be geothermal.
So you have to, right.
There
but the
is
most
only option.
latest is the gas and
Yes.
central.
Gas and central air, yes, if you're in a normal neighborhood
Normal
property.
neighborhood property.
Now let's say we're, just as an example, let me go to a property out here in the country.
Yeah.
Maybe this one.
Okay.
This may not have gas, maybe. See?
Oh.
It does have gas, but radiant.
Okay, that's a two types. Okay.
So this
type.
is radiant. That means that there is no, there's no furnace.
Okay.
So they have the lines there, and you'll see in each room there's a radiator there.
Radiator.
And then you turn that on.
Okay.
Okay. Now in this case, the AC is a wall unit.
Wall unit.
They don't have a central air.
Yes.
Okay. And in this case, the water source is well.
Yes.
So they don't have municipal water. So again, as a buyer, you have to be aware of that what are the risks of buying a well water property. Septic tank is the sewage, so they'll have to keep cleaning that out every 2 years, 3 years, depending on the size.
Yes.
But what I wanted to show was maybe a house out here. Nope. Nope. This may have propane. There you go. So it has propane
yes.
heating.
Propane heating.
Like if we look at the picture, we may actually see the propane tank. Let's see. Here's your propane tank right there.
Yes.
So the truck comes,
And they
when
fill.
it's near the end, it'll fill it back up. Usually, let's say it's not nearing the end, it's at 50%, and it's like now, November. You may want to advise the company that fill it, because maybe during winter and there's a storm, now you can't get into the house up this driveway.
Oh.
So it's better to do it before.
So you have to call them.
Yeah, you can read it. So on the top of this,
Okay.
you will have,
You
there'll
have
be
to-
a meter.
Okay.
Maybe is a better picture. Yeah, like you see that little bump there?
Yeah.
That's like a cap. You lift that, there's the meter in there.
So each time, as a homeowner, I have.
You should be looking at it.
Okay. So we have to inform them
Yeah.
that this is the
So
time.
you call them, you say, I'm running low, fill it, and then they'll give you the bill,
Okay.
and then that's it.
But it's expensive to have that one, right? Or
It's costing almost the same as gas. Almost the same.
same?
Yeah, almost the same. Now, where it may cost more is the insulation of your house, right? The more you have to heat it, obviously, the more propane you're going to use,
Yes.
right? So if you have weak insulation, then you're not going to have an efficient house. Right?
But this one also, it will not cost them, like they come only for you and.
The travel fee?
Yeah.
No, it depends company to company.
Company to company.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like let's say you're at 80%,
Yeah.
and then you say top it up. Yeah, they may charge you for
Yeah,
that.
because they don't come for
Yeah,
a little bit.
but if it's like this, because of winter, I
Winter.
need to fill it up. They know that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
because you want to save it.
Yeah.
Because there is a driveway, you see how much big
Yeah.
it is. They have, if it is a storm or something,
Yeah,
it will.
they
be
may not
fine.
have the option to go.
Option.
Now maybe some properties in Toronto, they're gonna have oil heating.
Oil heating. Okay.
So oil heating is something you need to be really careful for.
You don't like? I mean, what does that mean?
It's not that I don't like. It's just a risk. Maybe this one will have oil heating.
It's expensive.
Oh, it's gas.
It's
No, it's not expensive. It's it can cause issue with mortgage,
Okay.
and it's an environmental issue.
Okay.
So they don't use oil heating anymore.
Okay.
See, this is
all
heating
the-
source is wood.
Wood. Oh.
Okay. So oil heating is that there's a tank underground,
Okay.
and there'll be a little pipe that sticks up, and then whenever they need to refill it, they just attach to the pipe and then they fill it underground. Now the problem is when that tank is underground, at any point it fails, then your oil is going to leak everywhere.
Okay.
Okay, and then you get fined as the homeowner for cleaning that up.
Okay. And
Okay.
the wood also is not risky. That
Wood
because
is
you are
risky.
burning and
In actuality, wood is the most inefficient because when you have wood burning or you have fireplace heating,
Yeah.
you actually make your house colder. Okay, the reason for that is because it creates a vacuum in the house. So when you have a fireplace, let's say the fireplace is in the middle of the house and you have wood burning,
Yeah.
the air, hot air rises.
Yes.
And the only way that the air is going to go is up the chimney.
Always
So when
up.
you do that, you're creating now airflow to go up, out of the house. Your hot air is leaving the house.
Oh.
So it's sucking air from out the extremities of the house to the fireplace and sucking it out.
Oh.
So it's very inefficient when you have a fireplace as your main heating source. Yeah, as a
Secondary or
just as for show or just to, you know, like, because there are fireplaces in the
Yes,
home, but
yes.
they're gas fireplaces and they're not actually burning any wood.
yes.
So you're not losing heat.
So gas one is okay.
Gas one is okay, electric one is okay.
Okay.
But when your main primary heating source is wood,
Yeah.
you have to be aware of one,
Yeah.
that it's cooling your house technically.
Okay.
And two is you'll have to continuously keep cleaning your chimney because the soot hardens, and when it creates such a big film on the inside, that if it collapses on the inside, it opens up the carbon and it goes into the house, then it's cancerous if you breathe that in. So there's many things you have to be aware
So
of when
it's
it
mean
comes.
it's old thing is only just before it was.
Yeah,
no need.
like back then they didn't have all the lines coming from
Yeah.
a central source. So yes, they had the wood burning,
Okay.
but there are current homes that have wood burning, but there's risks associated. So now some in the newer homes, they do have wood burners, but they don't use actual wood. It's their wood, interior wood burning safe wood. So it doesn't create that soot on the inside of the chimney.
But some people, because I do remember now, I have one friend.
Mm-hmm.
They are living in a Burlington, nice detached house, not big, but they still buy the wood.
Yeah, it's a preference. It's like anything. Like when there's different breeds of dogs. They have different cares.
Okay.
You have to care for them differently. So different types of homes,
Okay.
you have to care for it differently,
Okay.
right? So for example, the solar powered homes only, they have power, but you have to care for it a different way,
Care.
right?
But wood one also will not make in a winter your home drier because
Yes.
of when you are burning a wood, it's a dehumidifier. You
Yeah.
don't need it, right?
Yeah, it will. You need very good insulation because when you create that vacuum in the house, because there's negative pressure in the house and positive outside, it's gonna make air go in the
Okay,
house.
Okay. So
And anyways, the air outside is cold
Cold.
and dry. So when it goes in the house, it's gonna just start seeping in.
if you're just doing little bit, if
Here and there, 1-2 hours is fine.
Okay.
But if that is your main heat source,
Main heat source is
then
not
it's
the wood.
a little bit of a problem.
No problem. So, and insurance purpose also, I think it will be
It is an
expensive.
issue, yeah.
They will ask, right?
Some
when you're
even
taking
for
home
mortgage
insurance.
purpose.
They
They may not even want to lend on a property like that,
for
potentially.
because wood make fire
Yeah.
also. Yes, possible.
Oil tank, very rarely do banks lend on it. There's specific banks that lend. And if the property doesn't have an oil, it was one of those properties in downtown Toronto that are like 80 years old. They would have had oil tanks there previously.
Yes.
So how you again confirm is you go in the basement, you'll see the pipe
Pipes
that are coming out of the basement wall.
Basement, yes.
So, but there's nothing connected to it.
Okay.
So that means they've removed it at one point.
Okay.
But you need the documentation to confirm
they have to
that
do
they've
it.
done it safely.
Sure.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Any other questions? I think that was a pretty heavy topic today.
It is. It is.
We're all good?
Yeah. Most probably it's good.
Okay. I think that's it. I don't think we have any questions from the viewers. That's a good sign that
That's
I
it.
was very thorough.
Only I have another side only, the home search one. I have when I'm searching the home,
Mm-hmm.
and just you remember you have given one time I forgot also that auto. When I'm selecting, it's again I'm going. For example, if I'm searching for Mr. Mike, the house search is there. The circle is there.
Mhm. You can create a search.
Yeah. So it's like if you can.
Like,
give
let's
us
say I want to create a
one-
search for
yes,
this.
Yeah. So
Like, let's say obviously new price change, we're looking only for detached properties.
Yes, detached property,
Detached.
2-bedroom.
So let's say 2-bedroom, 2-bath as an
That's-
example.
Yeah.
And prices doesn't really matter, just
Yeah.
as an example.
Okay.
So here's all your potential
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Then you'll have to select your areas as well. So here's your location. So
Yes.
you can select an area. Let's say we're just going by Brampton as an example.
Peel, yes.
So it's going to select Peel,
Yes.
all of that.
Yeah.
Then you're going to do your municipality as Brampton.
Brampton only,
Okay.
yes.
And then if you want a specific community that you know,
Yeah.
let's say Bram East and West.
Yeah.
So specifically these two.
Yes.
And let's just say this, these three. Okay. So here's your three sections.
Okay.
Now it's going, and I'm going to click done. In this case, there's, let me
Nothing.
make it 4-bedroom. And then 3.
Okay, we got some.
Okay, so here's all our potential listings.
Okay.
Okay, now if you want to create this as a constant search,
Yes.
then you're just going to do, where's my list? You can either email this,
Email is okay, I
right,
understand.
or save search.
But when you go save search,
And then you can add this to your clients, whichever ones you want. I'm going
For
to
e-
add this to myself. If
Okay.
you want to add it to any of your
How?
clients, whatever,
Here
you
I
can
am
do
on
that.
this.
And then you're going to say, how do you want the emails
yeah,
daily?
yeah.
You can change that to
Real
when
time.
you're going to get it, right? Real time. And then you add your addresses here.
We have to write the email manually.
Here. For
Yeah.
now, if you want any additional, in this case, it's myself,
So
right?
just you have clicked.
Let's say I add my client. This is my client, right?
Okay.
So they're gonna get daily emails, okay, and their email's already there. I just have to click save search.
Just one second. Just one second. When you have, I will go there. This is the one. It's a real one. I am the one who's stuck over there. So, for example, you have just clicked this one. So
Yeah.
this is already selected.
It's already there with the email.
Okay.
Now,
I
if
thought
you
it
want-
will come here.
No,
That's
no.
why,
If you
okay.
want more, like anyone that's not a client,
Okay.
right? That maybe is just a potential client or someone that's just a tire kicker, and you just want them to have your emails,
Yeah.
then you can add it here.
Extra.
Or else you're just
So-
gonna have a long list of
So
clients.
this one already selected, and
Yeah.
this one also, if we
Same,
want to go.
it's going to be same like that. They will receive the emails.
No, one is selected. So if you select this one
No, no, you can't. You can
So-
only do it one client at a time.
at the time,
Yeah.
then we have to make another.
But
search.
if you want more, that's when you add it here.
So one here
Multiple.
and one email
Yeah,
over there.
you can do
okay.
up to 20.
And then we have to do what it is after that.
Then you click save search.
Okay.
So then every time a new listing comes up in these areas, they're going to get a notification at that time. So let's say throughout the day, 10 listings come.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of emails.
You're going to get 10 emails.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to do it just once
Once,
and it
it's usually
accumulates all of them, then it's just going to do the
6
one time.
a.m. or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one time only is better. Otherwise, they will be.
Yeah.
This is what he's doing
Yeah.
crazy.
You'll keep getting the emails. So that, like in my case, when you get it, it'll be here like notifications. Here, realm recent activity. So it just showed me
Yes.
that here's the listing 13 hours ago, 12:24. I got this email.
And when we go again over there search, then for the new one client, then we have to go to the new search, or how we can start
To
new
restart it,
one. To another one. This one is done.
then
for
you click
one-
reset to default and you make all your.
and then again save.
Yeah, and then again you save it. So if I want to find my searches, which I don't have any searches,
Yeah.
but here's my searches here.
Yeah. And if I want to see with my client searches, if he's also going, right, or she's going.
Yeah, then you can go on your client list.
Details, and then so
Their client names, they're here somewhere. Oh, here, contacts. So you click here and then you'll see what they're doing, searches, whatever.
if they have search.
Yeah,
Okay.
history, right? But obviously these guys aren't doing anything, but in the case that they are, it'll show up everything.
Show up here.
You can chat with them in here, right? Your CMAs for that client, whatever. If they're a priority client, you can star them,
Okay.
right? What's their status?
Yeah.
What
active
stage
or-
are they buying?
Yes.
Right? This is a full CRM system here.
Yeah. The other stuff I've already gone through, I did. Only this is the one when I was selecting one, then I was going for another one and not coming. So I have to write email.
Yeah, you
that
have to
is-
type out the emails. Yeah.
Okay. That's the main thing. That's good.
Okay, well, there's something I wanted to ask you. And I've seen this not a lot of times. It talks about on the realm, usually when you're looking at a listing, and it's the wording is co-op commission will be reduced by 1% if buyer is shown the property by the listing agent. Kind of like confusing to understand.
So what that means is, this happens in mainly outside communities,
Yes.
right? So let's say you're the buying agent, I'm the listing agent, and my listing is, for example, in Ottawa, but you're here in Vaughan.
Right.
You don't want to go to Vaughan or Ottawa to show. So you'll call me and say, okay, I don't want to give this to anyone else other than you because you're the actual agent of that listing.
Right.
So can you show my clients? And then I'll write it down and I'll say, okay, no problem. Your commission, if you bring a successful offer, will be reduced by 1%. So instead of 2.5, you're going to get 1.5 because I did your showing job for you, right? So that's what that means. Yeah. So in any time you have to be careful. Now in our brokerage, we can do that for you. You don't have to go to the other party because we want to try and keep the commission within us. But if you're tight, you have to do it right away. You can let the listing brokerage know that can you please show for my client. Open houses don't count, but if your client goes there directly, like your client calls them without even your knowledge and say, I want a private showing, and then you bring an offer as their agent, they're going to reduce your commission. That's what that means.
That's what that means.
Yeah.
So it's as a listing agent, why? Of course, I know they want to make money too, but if he called that other agent, like listing agent, that can you show my client a property? Why they're pushing back the client that he's bringing the client over there?
Who's pushing back? The listing agent?
Listing agent.
Well, like, it could be from a legality purpose,
Okay.
right? They don't want the client to go complain that, oh, well, I don't want to work with you and this, that. Like, I want to work with my agent. Because the clients don't know anything about what's going on, about this commission splits and all that, right? So, like, when someone comes to me, I'm a little bit hesitant because I don't want the client to start saying something else. He said, she said situation,
Okay.
right? Because we're at the mercy of what the client says,
Yeah.
right? We don't want them to say, oh, well, you forced me, or I had to go through you, or then you as an agent come after me and say, oh, well, why did you tell them this and that, right? My job, technically speaking, as a listing agent is just to open the door, keep an eye on them, and don't really answer anything other than things about the house, like how many bedrooms is it, how old is the house. Other than that, guiding them is not my job. But we don't want the client to feel that we're guiding them as a listing agent, and then they complain to the buyer agent
Because he's
that, oh, he said this, that, right? So that's why maybe they may be a little bit reluctant, but it depends.
it's a depend.
Yeah.
And of course, there is agents out there who don't want to go that much far.
Yeah.
And they think they will buy or they don't buy.
Yeah.
Of course.
If you have a serious client, I always suggest just, like, if it's your own family member or something, right? Like, you know they're gonna buy with you, so do the showings with them. But if it's a client off the street, like you've never heard of this client before, be a little bit, wary about what they're doing, what they're not doing.
That much far is no
Yeah.
worth that
Yeah.
they are going or do it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Okay.
Any question?
No, nothing.
I think that's it. Let's wrap it up now.
Yeah, at the moment it's good. We are good. More questions will come. You know that.
Yeah.
Questions are always there.
Yeah. If the viewers like it for today, what we've done here today,
Yeah.
we can always start doing this as well, maybe on a bi-weekly basis for our realtor agents if they're looking to see how we do our business here in the brokerage.
Yeah.
But with everyone here is open. If you need help, we're here to help. But our goal here is to make you a successful realtor in this type of market. If you think it's a slow market, it's not a slow market.
There is no slow market. I have so many realtors, and we sit together, and especially Christmas is coming and
Yeah.
parties are going on.
Yeah.
They are doing excellent. They are doing excellent. Only some realtors, this is it's not working, blah blah blah. They don't come out.
I mean, those realtors that say that it's a slow market or anything like that, I always say why. If other agents are producing 3-4 deals in the month, 5 deals in the month, why can't you?
Yeah.
Right? I want to make you as successful as possible.
Yeah.
And that comes by education, knowledge of the system, knowledge about markets. That's what we want. And with that, you automatically start getting success.
That's the knowledge is the key.
Yeah.
Knowledge is the key.
Yeah.
Thank you very much once again, Tegh. I know you. It's every day. Each time you teach us, even this one you already have give us so many times, but still,
Refresh.
when we are not doing the practice enough, we are again we forget.
Yeah.
So these things.
Repetition is key.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very
Have a
much
good
once
day.
again.
Drive safe.
Yes, yeah, drive safe. You have to say that people in these days.
Really important thing. I wanted to say, I didn't say it the last time when we finished our podcast, especially now, it's November now.
Yeah.
Rule of thumb is if you see frost or you see your breath in the air,
Yeah.
it's time to change into your winter tires. So everyone that's been putting it off, please put on your winter tires on all your cars. It could be expensive, but it's life-saving. Do your best to drive safe. Pay attention to the road, pay attention to the road conditions, and do your best to keep everyone safe.
Thank you, Mr. Tegh.
No problem.
And once again, I have to take out from his face also my friend is there.
Yes.
Thank you very much that everyone viewer who was there. And thank you much also you and being as a realtor. Thank you much, broker.
No problem.
Thank you very much. So any of our agents, realtors has any questions, you can call Tegh. Tegh number is 647-716-6006. And any another deal is only for me, not for Tegh. Deal is for me, 416-822-620202, not 61. I have another number also. It's 416-836-0666. But that I use only for personal now because my personal become a business and business become a personal. So that's why I want to keep it that separate.
Yeah.
So you want to say anything? You can say it.
Yeah, no, I mean, been with Tegh for, the brokerage here, Century 21, for about a couple of months. And I've had a couple of times that I've needed, obviously, assistance as a new agent, and Tegh's stepped right in, helped me out. He's a good influence and a good mentor to learn from. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the
once
kind
again.
words.
Thank you very much, Tegh. Lovely being here.
No problem.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Quick yes.